Week 17 of the fantasy basketball season, and here's a few forwards I look to buy and trade for this week. The first forward, Michael Porter Jr., the Denver Nuggets. So Michael Porter, it's been a decent year for him. 15.9 points a game, 7 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 2.7 threes, and 47% from the field. But the last couple weeks, his field goals dropped off a little bit. 15.6 points a game, 6.2 boards, 2.4 assists, 2.8 threes, and 40% from the field. So Michael Porter, I think he flies under the radar a little bit for this Denver Nugget team. And also Aaron Gordon as well, where there's games they're going to pop off, and then there's games they're going to score their usual 12, 15 points per game. But I still think Michael Porter's a good player. And when you got Nikola Jokic, obviously, and Jamal Murray, and you're playing third or fourth fiddle on this roster, it's tough to put up consistent big numbers game in and game out. February 4th versus Portland, 12 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, 3 blocks, 2 threes, 40% from the field. February 8th at the Lakers, 27 points, 8 boards, 2 assists, a block, 4 threes, 55% from the field. And February 12th at the Bucks, 11 points, 6 boards, 4 assists, a steal, 2 threes, 27% from the field. So Michael Porter, I believe, is a solid ball player. Like I said, not every game the numbers are going to be up there and way consistent where he's the third or fourth option on the offense, but is a solid player for your fantasy roster and a guy that can help you in 4 or 5 categories. I still think he's under the radar and a buy low candidate this week. So right now, while he struggled a bit, he's pulled a couple weeks shooting the basketball, I think owners could get him on a little bit of a discount. The next forward I look to buy low is Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics. His numbers are definitely taking a hit this season when Kristaps Porzingis and obviously Jrue Holiday added to this team in the offseason. On the year, 22 points a game, 5.6 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 1.1 steals, 2 threes, and 49% from the field. But the last month, his points per game have dropped off, 4 points per game, but the assists and rebounds have gone up a bit here for Brown. So in the last month, 17.9 points a game, 6.7 boards, 4.5 assists, 1.2 steals, 1.3 threes, and 49% from the field. So right now, he's pretty much the third fiddle on this offense here, behind obviously Jason Tatum. Kristaps Porzingis has had more usage over the last few weeks here, and Jaylen Brown, like I said, his points per game have dropped off, and fantasy owners might be frustrated with his production where they drafted him in the second or third round. So this is a perfect time, I believe, for owners to go out there and buy him. February 7th versus Atlanta, 15 points, 6 boards, 6 assists, a steal, 63% from the field. February 9th versus the Wizards, 18 points, 7 boards, 3 assists, a steal, 60% from the field. And February 11th at the Heat, 20 points, 9 boards, 2 assists, 3 threes, 50% from the field. So Jaylen Brown, he's still scoring the basketball pretty steady, but obviously his numbers aren't jumping off the box score right now. So right now, well, the numbers have been down over the last month of the season, scoring the basketball a little bit. I still think Jaylen Brown can help fantasy owners in many ways. He's a solid ball player and a category type of guy, give you 4 or 5 categories at least. And now, like I said, with all those weapons on offense in Boston, I think he can fly under the radar as a buy low player this week. And the third and final player I look to buy and trade for is Bojan Bogdanovic of the New York Knicks. So, newest member of the New York Knicks, and it was a big trade deadline deal for the Knicks to get Alec Burks and Bogdanovic. So Bogdanovic with the Pistons this season, he averaged 20 points a game. And on the year now, 19.7 points a game, 3.4 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 3 threes a game, and 46% from the field. So right now, so far, with 2 games with the New York Knicks for Bogdanovic. February 10th versus Indiana, 11 points, 3 boards, an assist, a steal, 2 threes, 30% from the field. February 12th at Houston, 15 points, 4 rebounds, a block, a 3, 53% from the field. So Bogdanovic, he's going to get 25, 30 minutes a game with this Knicks team. And we know this Knicks team's banged up as well with Julius Randle. He's out multiple weeks more. OG Anunoby at least out 2-3 more weeks for this Knicks team as well. And Bogdanovic, so far in the first 2 games, he hasn't looked comfortable shooting the 3 ball, even though in the fourth quarter in February 12th ball game, he had 9 points in that quarter. So if Bogdanovic could get that 3 ball back down, I think he could put up big points off the bench as a solid 6-man for this New York Knicks team. So right now, while owners are sleeping on him and thinking his value is totally dropped off getting traded from a weak Piston team to a Knicks team that has some solid players on it, he's a perfect buy low forward this week. So that's a few forwards I look to buy and trade for week 17 of the fantasy basketball season.